You have 1 minute to complete problem number 12. If you obtain an answer of D, please move on to the next question. If you are unsuccessful in obtaining this answer, please continue to watch the instructional video that follows. If two lines are perpendicular, which means not only do they cross, but they cross at one particular spot, and where they cross, they create a 90-degree angle. That's much like the roads we see. So that is Thomas and 75th Avenue. That is McDowell and 7th Street. They cross and they create this 90-degree angle. All right, now we can see that if we examine two equations by looking at their slopes. So the slope is going to be not the same like parallel lines. In fact, it's going to be what's called negative reciprocals or opposite reciprocals. So first we look at the slope of the first line, which is -3, and we have to do two things to this. We have to take this number, and one reciprocal means we flip it. So the 1, instead of being on the bottom, now goes on top, and the 3, which was on top, goes on the bottom. Negative reciprocal or opposite reciprocal means it needs to have the opposite sign. It was negative, now it's positive. This will be the slope of our new line, 1/3 x plus b. So let's look. We don't have a positive 1/3. It's not a. This is a 1/3. You may be thinking, well, where's the 1? It's hidden in front of the x. This could be the answer. This is not a positive 1/3. This is not a positive 1/3 slope. This is a positive 1/3. So I have two options, or a 50% chance of getting this correct. Now, how do I choose? Again, we have a point. This is your x and this is your y. Let's put 5 in for x and -3 in for y. So I'm going to take 1/3 times 5, and you could do it on a calculator, you could do it by hand. And I have -3 equals, so how do I write that down? Remember, we hit the button that says math, fraction is highlighted, press enter twice. So 5/3 plus b. Now to get b by itself, I need to move 5/3 to the opposite side. This is the hardest problem, by the way, of the 15 problems today. So to move it over, you're going to do the opposite operation. So currently it's positive. Opposite of positive is negative. So how do I come up with b? Well, if I type in a -3 and then I subtract 5/3, I'll have my answer. That answer doesn't necessarily look like any one of the two I have, but if I put it into a fraction by hitting math, fraction, enter, enter, I get -14/3, which is option D.